Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and when we went to break, I indicated that we were going to speak for a moment about housing around BART stations, and we're talking with Dr. Robert Raburn. And Robert, tell us, what has BART been doing with the development of housing around some of its stations, such as the Coliseum, and I think that something is being considered down in West Oakland and on in Fruitvale and on and on and on. Let's run through that as quickly as we can.
All right. Well, transforming our cities starts by building jobs and housing around transit. And this is a serious issue. We have a housing shortage. There's only 1 unit of housing built for every 4 jobs in Alameda County over the last decade. And that's causing the higher rents and the number of people that are sleeping on a piece of cardboard on a sidewalk. BART has already delivered over 3,200 units of housing on our lands. Our transit-oriented development policy seeks to deliver over 20,000 units of housing, and 35% of those shall be affordable.
Yeah, and I noticed that in full disclosure, I sit on the Oakland Economic Development Commission, which deals with housing around the Coliseum area. And it dedicates, I think, I forget the percentage of affordable housing versus market rate housing. And it's very impressive. Now, are there other stations besides the Coliseum where you have that same policy?
It's system-wide. And so Coliseum Connection, the housing development that you worked on, I was so proud of that. Modular construction, lowering the costs. We have to find every way we can to deliver these affordable units. Building them on BART land's the first step, because we're offering our land.
And it makes sense to do that because they're right next door to the transit.
Giving people the opportunity to commute on BART.
Right.
But that unit, 110 units were built, and 50% or 55 units of those were affordable.
Right.
That's admirable. We just recently broke ground on a new development at Fruitvale for 181 units at Casa Sueños. Earlier, 2 years ago, 90 families moved into Casa Arabella at Fruitvale. West Oakland BART is very exciting.
Yeah.
The largest affordable housing development in the state of California is being proposed by a good friend of mine, Alan Dones.
And Alan Dones is a very, very good friend of mine. And matter of fact, he revealed that the other night at the 100 Black Men meeting, what that station is going to look like. Unfortunately, we are out of time. I just wish I could extend time, but I cannot. We want to thank Robert Raburn for being our guest. He's a member of the board of directors of BART, and I should say an outstanding member. No matter what you do, when you do it, or even how you do it, in the final analysis, it is still going to be all about community. Thank you, Robert Raburn, for being my guest. And I am your host, Robert L. Harris. Thank you for joining us.